Hello, welcome to FHE on the Road with Christine Stevenson. This podcast is designed to connect the people and the places from the past with your lives today, with 5-minute stories and facts from church history. Save these stories for when you are traveling through these areas to bring history to life. Okay, welcome back to FHE on the Road with Christine. Today I'm going to tell the story of the stone on the Saratoga Springs, Utah temple. I love learning about all the temples throughout the world. They are such special places where you could feel the Spirit of the Lord so strong. And I love the connection to heaven, to our Heavenly Father, and to the people who have come before us. I love learning about these buildings, and hopefully you love them too. So the Saratoga Springs Temple was finished and dedicated in 2023. And learning about the efforts that go into building these temples from the very beginning stages is so incredible. And I went through a tour. So if there's a temple being built by you, you could go there and talk to the missionaries, and each of them have different experiences and lead the discussion in different ways. But because we had gone to the Saratoga Springs temple right before it was dedicated, they had so many incredible stories about the building process of this temple. And one of the stories that they talked about was the stone in the Saratoga Springs temple. So I guess what happens is there is an architect who draws up plans down to every detail. Then they give them to the members of the Quorum of the 12. They look over them and pray about them and see if this is what Heavenly Father wants for his home, for his house. Every little detail is approved by the Quorum of the 12 Apostles on every temple. So there's a lot of temples. And so what had happened is there is a blue stone that goes down the stairwell of the Saratoga Springs temple. And it's a beautiful staircase. And so there's just a blue stone. And the missionary said they think that stone maybe represents the water because the Saratoga Springs temple is right by Utah Lake. And a lot of the elements that they use in the temple are like things from around the lake. So they think that blue stone could have had something to do with that, but they don't know for sure. Yeah, so once that rendering is turned in and prayed about, then it's all set. Then there's people who bid on doing the temple work, and the contractor knows exactly. He needs to stick to those plans exactly, and he understands that. The Saratoga Springs temple had that blue stone going down, and the contractor that was chosen to build the temple, the team started working on getting that blue stone at the very beginning, because I think he kind of knew it was going to be hard to find that blue stone, and he couldn't find it. So the blue stone was nowhere to be found. The team looked through the whole world for blue stone and was not able to find it. And the contractor spoke to the church spokesperson and told him the problem. And after speaking to the church spokesperson, the contractor was told to keep trying. So that would probably be hard. He's like, we have been trying. And he was told that blue stone was used in the Mesa temple. So that's like a piece to the puzzle. But the Mesa temple was the 7th temple ever built, and it was finished in 1927. Can you imagine being a contractor now it was in 2023, and it's like, yeah, almost 100 years ago, then they used bluestone in the Mesa temple. Good luck. And so that was a long time ago. The contractor did not give up, but he was definitely weighed down with the problem. He went to his ward temple night and he took the problem to the Lord inside his holy temple. I love how we can just do that, how we can go and pray and receive answers and guidance from our Heavenly Father. And I just feel like going into the temple and praying about something, it just like almost magnifies it. So the contractor asked the Lord for guidance on what he should do to find this blue stone. And when the contractor was sitting in the celestial room, he had a name come to his mind. And the name was a man who had once been a stone salesman way back and worked with the builders in the Mesa temple. This man might have some kind of connection to know where he could find the blue stone. And so the contractor called the man, who was now very old and was dying of cancer. This stone salesman said he had been selling the blue stone in the 60s and everyone wanted it. And he did really well selling that blue stone. Then the desire for the blue stone died off, and he was left with a good amount of blue stone. For some reason, he did not want to get rid of it. This stone salesman ended up selling his stone business, but still didn't want to sell that blue stone, but never really understood why he didn't want to get rid of it. Even when he sold his business, he kept that blue stone and didn't understand his own reasoning behind it. The stone is not small, It is huge and heavy. The stone, they were large, big slabs of blue stone. They can only be moved with large machinery. And this stone salesman kept them for over 50 years, not knowing why. When the contractor of the Saratoga Springs temple contacted the stone salesman, then he understood why he kept the blue stone for all those years, so that beautiful blue stone could be added to the new Saratoga Springs temple of our Heavenly Father. The contractor went and looked at the blue stone, and it was just the right amount to make the edge of the staircase for the stairs of the Saratoga Springs temple. It's interesting that the Lord would hold in reserve this blue stone for the Saratoga Springs temple that would be built almost 100 years after the Mesa temple. The temple building missionaries bore their testimonies about how the Lord wants to help us build these temples and dedicate to Him, even saving stone for 50 years to be able to finish the temple design. The Lord loves us enough to help us with these projects dedicated to Him. And you think of how He prepared these people to help with the Saratoga Springs temple and how much He cares about the small details of our lives and what we contribute to the restoration of the gospel of Jesus Christ. So I think this story is so incredible. I love learning these stories. I think seeing the miracles of God are so prevalent. We just sometimes have to look a little bit closer. I love that Heavenly Father is in the details. He's in the details of the staircase of the Saratoga Springs temple, and He's in the details of our lives. Hopefully you love these stories too. I think they're incredible. So that is the stone of the Saratoga Springs temple staircase. Thanks. Thank you for listening to FHE on the road today. We hope you enjoyed what you've heard. Please like, subscribe, and share with anyone who'd be interested in these stories. Thanks.